Hey, future billionaires! Today I'm excited to share a story that could be a game changer on your journey to success. So let's cut to the chase and dive right in. Have you ever met someone who looks successful on the surface, driving luxury cars and living in a mansion, but is secretly drowning in debt? On the flip side, there are people who appear to live a simple and modest life. They drive an ordinary car for at least 5 years, love buying secondhand items, yet in reality, they're millionaires. These individuals didn't become millionaires by winning the lottery or gambling their way to wealth. Instead, they achieved financial freedom by developing habits that build wealth. On the other hand, many people stay trapped in poverty because of habits that keep them enslaved to money, spending a lifetime working under the weight of massive debt. It's not just about how much you earn, but how you manage your finances that determines your future. Today, I'm sharing a personal finance book called Rich Habits, written by Tom Corley. He spent 5 years studying the daily habits of 233 millionaires and comparing them to the lifestyles of 128 people struggling with poverty. From this research, he identified the key differences between the habits of the wealthy and the poor. Tom Corley explains that habits can be divided into 2 categories: daily habits and keystone habits. Daily habits are simple, routine actions we do independently, such as taking a shower, walking the same route to work, or how we hold chopsticks. These habits have little impact on our overall life. On the other hand, keystone habits are transformative. They trigger a chain reaction that can change your life. Keystone habits have 2 main effects: the eliminating bad habits and cultivating additional positive habits. What does this mean? Let's take personal finance as an example. Financial management is a keystone habit. It helps you eliminate harmful behaviors like overspending, impulsive shopping, or gambling because people who manage their money understand how to control expenses. At the same time, financial management encourages the growth of additional habits, such as learning to invest. People who are good with money know how to make it work for them. They don't let their savings sit in the bank and lose value over time. Instead, they actively seek out investment opportunities like stocks or other assets to grow their wealth, enjoy the benefits of compound interest, and maintain the value of their money over time. The book Rich Habits tells the story of 2 lawyers, Tom and John. Despite having the same profession and earning the same amount of money, their financial habits set them on completely different life paths. Tom became a millionaire and retired early, while John struggled in poverty. Their contrasting habits were evident from their marriage stage. From buying an engagement ring to planning the wedding and honeymoon, John spent 5 times more than Tom. Tom chose to save wherever he could. He avoided expensive Tiffany rings, kept the wedding expenses within budget, and opted for a local honeymoon. In contrast, John spared no expense. He even took out loans to buy a costly ring and go abroad for the honeymoon. The unrestrained spending, coupled with loan interest, meant John's wedding expenses were 5 times higher than Tom's. You might think wedding costs are one-time expenses and won't affect the rest of your life. But this is where keystone habits come into play. As the story unfolds, you'll see how Tom's wealth-building habits and John's poor habits shape their entire lives. Take the example of buying a house. Tom had a strong saving habit, setting aside a portion of his salary each month. After a few years, he had saved enough to make a significant down payment on his first home. This allowed him to secure a mortgage with an interest rate below 3%, and his repayment term was reduced from 30 years to 15. Additionally, Tom made extra payments each month to pay off the loan even faster. John, on the other hand, lacked this financial discipline, making it harder for him to climb out of debt and build wealth. The difference in their financial habits clearly impacted every decision they made, ultimately determining their quality of life. On the flip side, John's lack of a saving habit made buying his first house a significant challenge. Since he couldn't provide a substantial down payment, the bank offered him a loan with a much higher interest rate of 5.5% and a longer repayment term of 30 years. When it came time to sell their homes, the difference in their financial habits became even more apparent. After deducting legal fees and other costs, Tom's profit from selling his house was a staggering 6 times higher than John's. In the end, Tom's wealth-building habits allowed him to achieve financial freedom. He diversified his income, giving him the flexibility to retire early, spend more time with his family, stay active, and enjoy a relaxed lifestyle. John, on the other hand, struggled due to his uncontrolled spending and lack of savings. Even when his income increased, his expenses rose just as quickly. With only a single source of income, he had to keep working to stay afloat. This relentless cycle left him with little time for his family, and his health deteriorated due to a lack of exercise. Eventually, John became too ill to work. His meager savings and retirement funds weren't enough to support him, forcing him to sell his house just to survive. In the end, he lived out his later years in poverty and regret. The story highlights how good financial habits can lead to long-term success, while poor habits can trap you in a lifetime of struggle. From this story, it's clear that wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent habits and long-term effort. The second half of this book also shares 22 smart money rules, and I'd like to highlight 3 particularly unique ones. Rule 1: choose your life. Partner wisely. The person you marry can either be your greatest ally or your biggest burden. In Tom's case, his wife played a significant role in helping him achieve financial freedom. She supported the idea of a simple wedding and a local honeymoon, aligning with Tom's money-saving habits. On the other hand, John's wife didn't share the same financial discipline. She encouraged excessive spending and insisted their children attend expensive private schools. When John eventually fell ill and could no longer work, his children had to drop out of school because they couldn't afford the tuition. This highlights the importance of having a partner who shares your financial values and works with you to achieve your goals. So, aside from appearance, what kind of person do you hope your partner will be? How's their attitude toward work? Are they diligent or lazy? Are they mindful about saving money? Or do they prefer spending on luxury items? What's their perspective on lifelong learning? Do they enjoy reading or exploring unfamiliar and innovative things? Take some time to think about the type of person you want to marry. If your partner's values, dreams, goals, and life plans are completely different from yours, you might end up facing endless conflicts. Of course, I believe that the people you meet and surround yourself with are a reflection of you. If you're struggling to find the right person, it's worth looking inward. The issue might lie in yourself. Work on improving who you are and becoming the person you aspire to be. When you do, you'll naturally attract the partner who aligns with your vision and ideals. Rule 2: create multiple streams of income. The author discovered that every self-made millionaire started with a single source of income. However, as their income grew, they began adding a second source, then a third, and so on. Why is this important? Because when one income source is affected by unforeseen events, like an economic downturn, a pandemic, or losing the ability to work, your other streams of income can step in to support you. This financial safety net helps you weather tough times without drastically altering your lifestyle or derailing your life plans. In short, don't just avoid putting all your eggs in one basket. Make sure you have more than one hen laying eggs for you. This way, you'll be better prepared for life's uncertainties while continuing to grow your wealth. The author suggests 2 key methods to create multiple streams of income. 1. Live below your means and save aggressively. Aim to save at least 20% of your net income, or more, each year. Learn to live on the remaining portion. Saving first forces you to adjust your lifestyle to match your budget, prioritizing your financial goals over unnecessary expenses. 2. Turn savings into investments. Don't let your savings sit idle. Instead, invest them in productive assets that generate additional cash flow. Examples include rental properties, stocks, ETFs, or mutual funds. These investments not only grow your wealth, but also create new income streams. Rule 3. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Many people, when their income increases, whether through a raise, promotion, or a sudden windfall, can't resist the urge to splurge. They immediately buy luxury items, upgrade their cars, or take expensive trips. This creates a trap. Once you've upgraded your lifestyle, it's hard to go back. If life throws you a curveball, like losing your job or facing a serious illness, you might be forced to sell your belongings, like that luxury car. The problem? Luxury items like cars depreciate in value, so you'll sell them for much less than you paid. The right habit is to resist the impulse to spend. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle right away, maintain your current standard of living for at least a year. Use the extra income to save, invest, or build a side hustle. This way, compounding works in your favor, steadily growing your wealth. When the time comes, your future lifestyle upgrades will be sustainable and secure. Becoming wealthy isn't about a single event. It's about the habits you build in your daily life. It's about how you save, how you manage expenses, how you make your savings work for you, and how you create multiple streams of income. Wealth is the result of consistent effort, built step by step over time. To wrap it up, the book teaches us that wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent, smart financial habits. From saving and managing money wisely to investing and creating multiple income streams, your daily actions shape your financial future. If you want to achieve financial freedom like Tom, start adopting these habits early. The sooner you take control of your money, the closer you'll be to living the life you dream of. All right, future billionaires, that's it for this episode. If you found this episode insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive into the world of finance. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.